So guys, we're gonna do it to this now. We're gonna skip 1 and 2. We're gonna go back to that later. We're going to 3, 4, 5, 6 first. So, kapoy man magsulat sa papel. So, diri na lang ta sa kuan, no? Diri na ta sa laptop magsulat. Bahala na, di mo kakitag tarong. Kina na. So, let's read. Number 3. What is the focal distance? So, ang ipangita kay focal distance of an ellipse with a semi-major axis of length 20 units and a semi-minor axis of length 16 units. So, ang gihatag nato kay semi-major and ang gihatag po kay semi-minor. Semi-minor and semi-major are A and B. Diba? Major is A and our minor is B. So, ang gipangita man kay focal distance, which is our C. So, how are we supposed to do that? Teka lang ha. Yeah. To find our C, we're gonna use this formula. C equals to A squared minus B squared. We're going to use a calculator because dali, right? So, first we need to find our A and our B. How are we supposed to find our A and B? First, we're going to look at our units, which is first 20 and 16. So, major axis of length and minor axis of length are solved using either 2A or 2B, right? Oh my goodness. My goodness. So, we're just gonna delete that. Delete. Right. So, all you're gonna do, since you have our 2A and our 2B, A is used for the major axis while B is used for the minor axis. All you gotta do is divide both your A and B with 2. So 20 divided by 2 and 16 divided by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Yeah. So this is your A. This is your A. And this is your B. Delete everything. So we're just immediately going to put it into a calculator. So we're gonna follow this. A squared is 10 squared. 10 squared is 100 minus B squared, which is 8 squared, which is 64 minus 64 equals to 36. And to find C itself, you square root it and you get 6. This is C or 6. C equals to 6. Ayaw na imay nag-earring sa background. Next is number 4. What is the length of the minor axis of an ellipse with a major axis of length 34 units and a focal distance of length of 12 units? So, ang gipangita karon kay minor axis, which is basically our B. B na pod ang gipangita. Ang gihatag niya kay major axis of length of 34 units and a focal distance of length of 12 units. So, ang gihatag kay C and A. So, ang gibutang naman ako diri ang formula, which is B equals to A squared minus C squared. Basically, we're gonna do the same thing where we're gonna half it by 2. So, half it, divide it by 2. So, 34 divided by 2 is 17 and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So, we're gonna do the same thing in the calculator. You're gonna grab this, then you're gonna do 17 times 17, and you get 289 minus 6 times 6, which is 36, and you get 253, but you square root na. Square root of 253, right? Pero diba, it's not, you can't square root it. It doesn't have a square root. So, if we remember right, minor axis, length of the minor axis is solved using 2B. So, given that 253 is our B, this is our B, all you gotta do is write 2 square root of 253. That's your answer, right? Right now. So, let's just write it properly here. Right here. So, your B, or your answer for the minor axis is 2 square root of 250. Did you na maayo? Square root of 253. That's your number 4. Sunod kay kaning ano dito, yung 5 and 6. So, let's just erase this, para clean slate tayo. So, orientation, ang gipangita raan na if it's horizontal or vertical. How are you supposed to find if it's horizontal or vertical? Well, you look at the values. If you can see, there's a number that's constant. Here is -2, and here it's also -2. And it's constant in x. So basically, it's saying that x is constant. And if x is constant, as we remember, as Sir has told us, it is vertical. But, here's a 6. Ang y man ang constant. If y is constant, then it is horizontal. Okay? Okay? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. You are with me. I am with you. Bear. Amen. Okay, next. Number 1 and 2, we're just gonna go back to this ones because like I skipped those because it's very easy. So 1 and 2 is only asking for the length of a major and a minor axis. As I have kept on saying, length of a major axis and length of a minor axis is used using 2A and 2B. So all you gotta do is first find your A and or your B. Since we're finding our major axis naman, we're finding our A. Diba our A is the bigger value. So our bigger value is obviously 125. This is what you gonna do. If you have your A, all you gotta do is square root it. Wait, my calculator is not popping up. Okay, so you gotta put 125 and square root it. You get 11.18. Now that we're just gonna focus on these 4 guys. Now, next thing you gotta do is you multiply it by 2 because it is known as 2A. Remember, 2A. So you get the A because kaning dire this is A squared. Mao na you square root it so that you can get your A. Then you multiply it by 2, and that's why you have a value of 22.36. That's your value, that's your answer. Same thing naman diri sa number 2. Instead of looking for major though, it's looking for minor. So you're looking for the smaller value. So you're gonna look here. 144, 169, which one's smaller? Obviously 144. You're gonna do the same thing, which is basically grabbing 144, then square rooting it, and then multiplying it with 2, and that is your value for your minor axis. And that's for test A. Well, the next video will show test B. Thank you.